All right, so we've made it. We've made it to the best part of Infusionsoft, and that is the campaign manager. Woo, the campaign builder, I should say. Oh, I love this. I love the campaign builder. This is where we get to make decisions. This is where we get to really work with the data that we've collected. This is where we get to go and see what our customers want and what they want to purchase and what they did purchase and sell them on more things and sell them on more things and it's just awesome. And send gifts to them and all that other stuff. It's pretty awesome what you can do with the campaign builder. And as you can see, I have a whole bunch of different campaigns here. I have about 2,000 people in this one, and so on and so forth. And a lot of these campaigns do specific things. So I have campaigns that are specific to a product. I have a long-term follow-up campaign. I have people who have paid for something campaign, gateway campaigns, dedicated sales sequences. Things like that, things that are specific to Zapier, specific to surveys, affiliates, and so on and so forth. This is where things really start to happen, and you're gonna really see the power of Infusionsoft. So one thing that you might want to do when you go and start playing with Infusionsoft is you can actually click up on this top right area where it says Get Campaign Templates, and they have a whole bunch of different campaigns. Now, a word of warning is that for the most part, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I use my campaign builder in a way that a lot of these don't. I use a lot of tags. I use a lot of stuff. I use tags to do actions a lot more than I do, say, clicking links and things like that. But you're going to see a whole bunch of different things. So just be aware that you're going to have to make these your own, okay? But you can see here we have things such as add paid members to customer. Oh, sorry, that's probably not one. Automate contact requests. You can automate contact requests. You can sort by most or highest reviewed here, and highest reviewed. You'll see right here. Some really cool stuff that you can do. You can do things to clean your email list from people who are not really that great, and so on. You can do a purchase timer. Use this timer to provide better targeting in your marketing efforts. Segment your customer by the time they last purchased. That's pretty cool. Grow your social following. You can Net Promoter Score survey. This is actually really cool. Net Promoter Score. This is where you can survey them and where it'll say, hey, between rate us between 1 and 10, and super important. In fact, this is a new one that they had. I'm going to actually install that one, and we'll put that into the we'll put that into my campaign. Love it. So that when we go back, you'll see that that's actually imported right here, NPS survey. But we're not going to go into that right now. We're going to go through a little bit of an overview. So we're back at the campaign builder. Let's go and create a campaign. All right, so we'll just title this. We're going to title this Our Beginner Campaign. So we're just going to look at the overview of how to use the campaign builder and what's in the campaign builder. And then we'll get to actual examples and things like that. So in the campaign builder, you have some traffic sources that you can use. You'll see this area over here. These are all the tools that you can use in your campaign builder. And then over here is the campaign builder itself. So you can have your lead sources, blog, Facebook, say Twitter, print ad, so on. And you can actually name this, if I want to say this was OC Weekly, or this is the www.theonlineempireacademy.com, and so on and so forth. These are your traffic sources. Do I use this all the time? Not really. It's good though, because it shows you where people are coming from, and so on. Or not. It shows you where they could potentially be coming from, I should say. But here's where we are really we are really getting into the meat of this stuff. These are our goals. These are what we want people to do to start the sequence, and what we want people to do to end these sequences. And so you're going to understand in a little bit what sequences are, but maybe it's signing up for our newsletter, or registering for an event, or it's attending a live event, or they requested information. And you can see a whole bunch of stuff like this. Or indicated interest. I use this one a lot. Indicated interest. They were interested in something. They requested a meeting. They called. They participated in a Facebook promo. Things like that. A whole bunch of different things. Or the other. Or maybe they bought something. You can actually put where they purchased something online. Now, the thing with these are, you're going to notice that they have this little icon on the left-hand side. And when I click that little icon, it's going to bring up an area that says goal settings. This goal is achieved when a contact, and then I have a whole host of stuff. So you don't, just because you choose, say, indicate interest or request information or attend an event, doesn't mean that you have to use what they've given you. You can change this to submit a web form. You can change it to a landing page form. They clicked a link. They reached a certain score of with their little fire thing that I'll show you later on, perhaps in a bonus video. Purchases a product. They submit or it could be one of your guys. Maybe it's one of your guys that submitted an internal form, or they completed a task, or they moved an opportunity, or applied a tag, or something like that. Or maybe it's one kind of integration. Maybe it's an API call or things like that. But let's leave these the way they are. You're also going to notice two things. This over here, they are kind of greenish. They're kind of grayed, greenish, instead of this total gray over here. This means that these are ready to be published, but they aren't published yet. These over here are not ready to be published. And so depending on what we've chosen, this particular thing is a web form that we've chosen. We're going to double click into these. And we'll go into a lot more of these later, but I'm just going to give you an overview. And you can see that we can do a lot of stuff in these things. And it will not turn green until we toggle this switch over here where it says ready. Okay? And go back to campaign, and now you can see that since I said that this was ready, it is the same color as these things. Awesome. The rest of these are gray because we haven't touched them, but we'll touch them in just a little bit. Next, we have sequences. We have an email confirmation sequence. We'll put that there. And we have a regular sequence. And these are two different things. Now, all of these, you can change the name of every single one of these things, okay, by double-clicking right below. Let's call this basic sequence. Now, what we want to do is this, when someone has signed up in this particular web form, we want them to go into this sequence over here. So we put a line right there, and it will connect. When someone fills out this web form, they will go over here and connect and actually start this sequence. Likewise, same thing over here. They'll start this sequence. Pretty cool. And we're going to actually go into these sequences in the next lesson. This is where we're making our money. This is where we are going to start really getting into how we can make these awesome actions happen, okay, and decisions happen automatically. Well, I'll see you in the next lesson.